সরি, অন করে দিয়েছি। বাট মানে খুশিটা মানে তন্ময় আর মানে রাখতে পারলো না ভেতরে, মানে মানে হাসিটা বেরোলোই মানে এরকম। না, মীনাক্ষী থাকা উচিত ছিল সামনে।
সেই
না,
জন্যই তো
অনেকদিন ধরে
ডিফারেন্ট টাইমে জয়েন করি যেন
হ্যাঁ।
না বুঝে কিছু।
অনেকদিন ধরে চেপে রেখেছে, আমি খুব কাছের মানুষ তো বুঝতে পারলাম আর কি।
এর বেশি এর বেশি বুঝতে দেন না ওটা, তাহলে সেবা বন্ধ হয়ে যাবে।
মেন উইল বি মেন বলে না, এরকম একটা ব্যাপার। মেন উইল বি মেন। আমরা
Yes.
বউ, কোনো প্রবলেম নেই, আমরা বউরা থাকি একটু টাইট দেওয়ার জন্য। একটু বেশি, একটু বেশি হয়ে গেছে নাকি? চোখটা একটু এদিক ওদিক একটু বেশি নড়ছে নাকি?
হুম,
তো ওইগুলো আমরা বউরা থাকি একটু। ডোন্ট ওয়ারি, লেট, মানে না, লেট দেম। মানে ওই ওই রশিটা, যে গরুর রশিটা ফাইনালি ওই এক বউয়ের হাতেই থাকে।
কিসের রশি?
হ্যাঁ।
এটা বলে তো আবার এটা বলে তো আবার কি যেন কেমন যেন লাগতেছে রে দিদি, একটু রশিটা একটু ভালো কিছু করতে পারবেন?
ওকে, jokes apart, friends. So we were kidding with the boys, and we were telling that, we were having a little bit of small, laugh. Okay, friends. So today, it's not a big topic, but we will go into deep meditation. Before we do the meditation, I will explain you what we do. There are new people who don't know how to do this meditation. So you will be doing the meditation after you get my guidance. Okay. Before I share this, like how to do the meditation, I'll do a small study for you to understand. There is the end goal of meditation is any kind of meditation that we do is to empty the mind. Okay. The end goal of meditation is that. Okay. So तो कैसे करें हम लोग? वी आर डूइंग विथ वी आर डूइंग विथ सो मेनी काइंड्स ऑफ, first we do intense breath work, sometimes we, today you will know how we do siddha kriya. So many different kinds of ways we try to make sure that finally when we enter, we can enter, because only when the mind stops chattering a lot, that's when the universe can enter, the power of the universe can enter us, or that's when we can empty ourselves and become one with the universe. Okay. And this is not applicable only when you are meditating. It is also applicable when you are not meditating throughout the day. The more your mind is chattering, the lesser your mind is chattering, the better it is. Because even if you're not meditating, अगर आप कुछ भी नहीं सोच सकते हो सारे दिन में, it means you're in a meditative state. Even if you have not sat down and meditated, it means you are in a meditative state. And that also means that you are also, without, unknowingly, you're taking in all the grace, all the blessings, all the power of the universe. Okay. So, but what happens is that, so one very big factor that stops us from really, make the mind calm is when we have a lot of, there's something called likes and dislikes of the mind. Okay. So, if we think that it is so much important that we should have opinion, isn't it? We all feel, okay, we should all have lots of opinion about the world, about what is happening in UAE, and how women are being treated. Women's Day was there, and so many. We all have opinion. It's okay to have opinion, but opinion should not go to the extreme where we have judgments towards them. Okay. Judgment jab hone lagta hai, then we have likes and dislikes of the mind, and this will create ripples. The we have just, we are trying to make our chit very calm, that consciousness calm, so that the calmer the consciousness, the deeper we can go into deeper states of meditation and whatever transformation, whatever. But the consciousness is not calm because of this restlessness of the mind. And restlessness of the mind comes from this fact that we have lots of likes and dislikes. Hmm? Duality mein hum bahut, we go into duality of life a lot. Okay, so I was like, for men, I'll give you an example. So for men, what happens is that they create likes and dislikes based on logic. They will add, subtract, and multiply. They do a lot of things through mind. Logically they will, I think that man, he did this, so I think this is a good man. That man did this, I think he's not a good man. Oh, so this is how men will make their likes and dislikes. And women have a way of uh, creating their likes and dislikes through emotions. Okay, they go through a lot of emotions. If, for example, somebody did not, you called up somebody, you called a friend, she did not pick up the phone, immediately your mind will say, maybe she doesn't like me anymore. I think she got a best friend. I think she's more close to that friend. She's not close to me. She doesn't like me. So see how just by one phone call a woman's emotion gets up and down. Okay, and the same is with men, but for men it happens with logic. वो लोग logic लगाएंगे, you know कुछ भी आप, that's why you will see that when a woman is telling something to a man, to her husband or some, about her problem, she's going through her emotions. She's explaining her emotions to her man. At that time, normally what happens is that a woman does not want guidance. She wants to just vent out her pain, her whatever has happened in her life or workplace or whatever with her in-laws. She's sharing this with her man. But man being logical, they try to give logical solutions. And they, acha, plus minus, why don't you do this, why don't you do that? And it is also not man's mistake. This is how they are made of. Okay, so but what happens is that again the man will also, when she's saying, maybe she's hating her boy. I'll give you an example. When she comes back, she will tell her husband, maybe, this boss is so bad. She behaves like she behaved like this 2 days back also. Now also she's doing this with me. This is how she will explain through her emotions, because she has felt. The man will ask questions to finalize whether he should like or dislike the boss or not. सही में तुम्हारा, सही में वो हमेशा ऐसा करती है, नहीं करती है, अच्छा, ना, फिर वो बीच बीच में women might say, no, she also did this for me, see, she also did this for you, and that's why I think you should not. कभी कभी ना men go into too much of logic, right and wrong, by questioning and understanding, and उसके बाद making a conclusion. Hmm? Same thing happening to a woman and a men. The men will decide in a different way, the women will decide in a different way, but both are going into lots of likes and dislikes. Okay, and this likes and dislike creates a lot of ripples, friends. I'll give you example. Likes and dislikes is not about just big things like boss or mother-in-law. It can be with just, it can be to do with just weather. Okay, you can, you might just feel that, oh my god, I don't like this weather, why is it raining, I don't like this weather. Again, some hours after a few days, when it becomes very sunny, you'll say, oh, it's so hot, I don't like why it's so hot. So we have our likes and dislikes even regarding weather. छोटे छोटे चीजों में भी हमारा ना likes and dislikes. मुझे ये पसंद नहीं है, मुझे ये पसंद है, मुझे वो फ्रेंड पसंद है, मुझे ये फ्रेंड पसंद नहीं है, वो ऐसे बात की, उसका ये चीज तो ठीक है, लेकिन ये चीज उसने जैसे बात किया ना, वो मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगा. So I'm liking these qualities of her, I'm not liking these qualities. Even in the same person, you might also have these kind of likes and dislikes. Hmm? See, what it does to you is that you are creating so much of restlessness. बेकार का, फालतू का, दिमाग का वो दही बोलते हैं ना हिंदी में, दिमाग का दही कर रहे हो आप लोग ये सब करके. मेडिटेशन भी ठीक से नहीं होता है, और देखिए आपका ब्रेन भी कितना चलता है, बेकार का चलता है. you know so that's why we need to understand, go into this, that meditation helps us to settle this this restlessness of the mind, it helps us to understand that there is much more beyond this dualities of life. Ye mujhe pasand hai, there is something called non-duality, where I just see things as they are without giving any judgments. Okay, बारिश हो रही है, I accept it, बारिश हो रही है, you know. And if you can even add more to it, that I love the fact that it is making the world so cozy. Okay, but what I'm saying is that that's why, I'll give you an example. I was like my family, my father has history of heart diseases. 2 3 times he had surgery. When I was small, I was 6 years old, he had his first surgery. Then the next two surgery that he had was with me. I was quite, I was adult enough to take care of him and everything. Then this my brother also had his surgery, and 2 3 years back, and again it was a wrong surgery done, so we had to again do the surgery this last Saturday, and Sunday he got released. Okay, so I really admire my cousin. Was like, she loves me, and she was telling that, I really feel, your life is just like me, that that it's like, it's you always have to handle everything of your family. You only have to handle, and I have to also handle this. Sometimes what I say is that it is a blessing for me that I don't take things like this. I don't think like this. And I'm so grateful, because of my so many years of spiritual practice, that I don't get into victim or bichari mode for anything. And I told her that it is my, I everything, there is no complaint. Everything in my life is like a lesson. Yeah. So for it is up to me whether I get into a fact of, oh, why me, I only see, and also feel very good that, oh, I'm doing all these things, or just take it as an opportunity, as an honor, that wow, the world has the universe has provided me with an opportunity to take care of my family. Yeah. So when we do therapy, hmm, remember one thing very important. It is very important, friends. Half of your problem will be solved if you understand this concept that I'm telling. Very small, short concept, but very important to understand. We have a tendency. Dr. Joe Dispenza says that आपको अगर पिछला कोई story, if somebody asks you about some past trauma of yours, you will share that story to somebody, right? And this has happened, that happened, and I went through this, oh, it was so this and everything and all these things. And he says that we have found out that when we kept asking questions, and again we wanted more detail, we found out that whatever people shared, half of them were not even true, that has happened to them. They made it up in their mind, you know इतना छोटा सा कोई इंसिडेंट हुआ होगा, but we try to make it up. My mother-in-law did this to me, and she did, and this is a story. We feel we enjoy creating stories. And maybe 5 years back she did something, but in 5 years you have created layers and layers, and it's not your fault. ऐसा नहीं है कि Dr. Joe Dispenza, after the research team, they said that they are lying. This is the problem of the mind. The mind, forgets fact and tries to make layers and layers and tries to create stories around it. And then you will start believing this new story, not the real story, but the new story, and you'll tell everybody about this new story, that see, this is what happened to me, so bad. Okay. So what I'm saying is that, friends, in this way, what you do is that, whenever we victim, when you cannot manifest things when you are from a victimhood state. When you are from a victim state, कि मेरे साथ हमेशा ऐसा बुरा होता है, all bad things happen to me, see, I'm poor me and all these things. The more you do this, you might feel that you will get a lot. Yes, you might get some, little bit of sympathy from people, oh, but you will not be able to grow, become happy in life, manifest in life. Okay, that's why in our therapies, whenever I do therapy, I always ask, even if I tell them go back to the past, after a certain while, I stop them from seeing this past, and I tell them connect to your body. See what your body is feeling. Connect to the body. Connect to the body, because the mind will create stories and keep telling, ये मेरे साथ ये हुआ, उसने ये किया, वो किया, मैं जब 7 साल की थी मेरे साथ ये हुआ, वो हुआ, and everything. But that is a story. We don't need the story. Even if you have to heal, you need to know facts and what your body is the best, friend which can tell you facts. If you just connect to the body, you will see, I'm feeling not good enough. Okay, that means from that trauma you felt not good enough. Then you might feel that, oh, I was not a priority, my parents never made a priority, the body is telling I'm not a priority. So your body will tell you that this is what happened with you. Others are all stories. So you will see, the moment you connect to the body, sometimes you are sad and you don't know why you are sad, why you're sad. Just connect to the body and you will see, I'm feeling unloved. I am feeling, I feel nobody loves me. That is the truth that your body is feeling. This is not a story. That is the truth. But apart from that, whenever we do it, that's why I'm saying ki, this incident of mine, it was very Friday. I did not inform any of you that yes, my, I that Friday is the night my brother got admitted in hospital. So that's why we had to cancel the Friday session. Okay. And then Saturday he got the surgery, and yesterday we are back. So that's what I'm saying, that if I have to make a story, I can make a big story of this 2 3 days and tell you, oh my God, see what happened, and there was so much of problems, so challenges I had to overcome. We had to overcome one challenge after another. Yes, many things happened. Yeah, it is a fact. I had to go to Madurai, bring him back, and all these things. But I don't need to go into that to feel sad. Why do I need to bring my vibrations low? Okay. So that's what we say. That's what, whenever you do too much of likes and dislikes, your vibrations will go low. You will not be able to get into deep meditations. Okay. So regarding this, anybody has question? Okay. So next we will do Siddha Kriya. Siddha Kriya is a process, friends. What I'll just stop. I don't teach it in video, this Siddha Kriya. So